Today is Friday. We're going to talk about pH again today, like we did yesterday. Today we have some notes, so I'm going to go ahead and click on those notes. This will be similar to what we talked about yesterday. We're going to see that there's a chemical equation here. What we're seeing is the hydrogen ions become plus ions, and that the OH ions become negative ions. This happens when water is broken down in a solution. So the pH scale measures the acidic and basic of a solution. Acids have low pH, 6 or below, and bases have high pH of 8 or above, 7 being neutral. The pH tells us how many ions, hydrogen ions, are present in the solution. When we get a hydrogen ion, because we lose an electron, which makes us have more protons than electrons. That's how we have the pH scale. This is a pH scale here. It's showing us that 7 is neutral, 6 and below is an acid, 8 or above is a base. You'll see here that it's showing you the hydrogen ions. So when it says that, we're looking here. Low pHs, which means it's acidic, is going to show you a lot of hydrogen ions. If it has lots of OH negative ions, it has a high pH, which means that it's a base. So kind of hang on to these content to keep in mind where we're going. Now let's go back to our assignment. Here is a link to an article. It's just a website that kind of goes through different parts about water, pH, some of the things that we've talked about, surface tension, things like that. So this is a very helpful spot that maybe you want to take a look at and read through. That's your choice. Here's the pH lab we're going to do today. It's similar to yesterday's activity. You're going to click on it. You're going to go ahead and click on the link to the lab. You're going to have 3 different options here. You can choose to play with all 3 of them if you wish. They're just ways to understand the pH scale. We're going to use this one as our activity. So up here you're going to see a drop-down menu with different items to choose from. I'm going to choose chicken soup. So it's going to put 0.5 liters of chicken soup in the bottom, and then I'm going to take my meter and pull it over and put it into the pH. Put it into the solution to see what the pH is. My pH is 5.8, which means it's slightly acidic. So I can also add water, which I'm going to add a liter of water, or actually fill it to a liter of water, and I'm going to look at the pH again. This is what you're going to do in your assignment. So you are going to select 5 of these items up here. 5 of these. You're going to measure the pH before you add water. Then you're going to add water up to a liter, and you're going to measure those 2 pH. So let me show you the assignment that you're going to do that on. Here's the lab that you're going to complete. Because I shared it through a particular site on Canvas, the way I shared it was so that it automatically gives you a copy of your own. So it shows that everybody has been given this copy. These here, it looks like I have several people who have already submitted the assignment. Outstanding. But let me go ahead and go to Google to show you what that assignment looks like. So the assignment looks like at the top, it's going to show you the website that you need to go to. I've given you a picture here to see which one you should be choosing. You're going to choose the drop-down menu in the middle, which is right here. It's telling you to select 5 of them from the drop-down menu. You're going to write down which solution you chose. You're going to take the pH meter and measure the pH of each. You're going to tell me whether it's an acid or a base, and you'll know that by this scale over here on the left. You're going to go ahead and add up to a liter of water. It's going to fill this to a liter, and then you're going to tell me again whether it's an acid or base, remembering that your value from your meter goes here. Then you're going to write a summary, 1-paragraph summary of the pH scale, what you learned, this activity, the whole ball of wax. And then once you're done with this, because I shared this assignment, it's no different than you creating your own document and then attaching it to the assignment. You now have to go back to the assignment and attach this to it. So let me go ahead and pretend like I'm you for this assignment. Here's where you have it. So you're going to go ahead and on this assignment, let's see if it lets me do it. No, it moved me back to a teacher. Anyway, you have the button up here at the top right once you're in the assignment to submit the assignment. Now, let's go back to today's lessons to make sure that we have talked about all that we need to, which I believe the last part of today is to show you what items you should be focused on to make sure that you've turned in for the week. So down here at the bottom, I made a list of all the assignments I've given this week for you to complete. The first one was your vocabulary words. The second one is the math challenge where you had to do protons, neutrons, electrons. The next one is to build the atom assignment where you had to play the 2 games. And then the one today where you had to determine the pH of a solution. Once you have all these assignments done, you've accomplished all your goals for the week. Please make sure you use your time wisely. Remember on Monday that it's an independent work day where you will not have a Zoom call. You'll be working on your own to complete assignments. I will have an activity for you, so be sure to check in to find out what that is. And that is it. Have a great weekend.